On any factory floor, there's this big hidden cost that can really slow things down. It's the time it takes to switch a machine from making one product to another. We call it a changeover. And today, we're going to dive into how augmented reality is completely transforming this costly bottleneck into a super smooth, efficient process. I mean, just think about that for a second. What if there were zero errors, no wasted time, and the quality between production runs was always perfect? A totally seamless switch every single time. It sounds like a bit of a dream, right? Well, that's the exact challenge we're going to tackle. So first things first, let's really get to the heart of the problem. This whole changeover process, it's often this massive bottleneck, and it hides some pretty significant costs that can affect the entire production line. Yeah, switching a machine over isn't as simple as just flipping a switch. Not even close. It's this really delicate procedure, sometimes with dozens and dozens of steps. It is absolutely critical to get it right, but because it's so complex, it can be incredibly slow and just full of potential problems. And these challenges, they just pile on top of each other. Every single minute that a machine is down, that's money being lost. One tiny human error can ruin an entire batch of products. And it all comes back to these procedures that are just really complicated and tough to follow, especially if you're a new operator. So, how in the world do we fix this? Well, this is where augmented reality makes its grand entrance, offering a totally new way to think about operational excellence. At its core, an AR-guided system is kind of like a GPS for your car, but for incredibly complex machinery. It literally overlays digital, step-by-step instructions right onto the operator's view of the equipment. It tells them exactly what to do, where to do it, and in what order. No more guesswork. So this system really revolves around three key players. First, you've got the machine operator, who's now superpowered by this AR guidance. Then there's the AR system itself, which is like having a digital co-pilot right there with you. And this is crucial. There's always a remote expert on standby to help solve any unexpected problems in real time. Okay, so that's the theory. But let's take a look at how this whole thing actually works on the factory floor. What does a successful AR-guided changeover really look like? The flow is just incredibly straightforward. An operator just selects the job they're doing. The AR system instantly brings up the correct visual instructions and overlays them on the machine. As they work, the system is in the background automatically documenting all the critical steps. And when that final task is done, it's green lights, ready to go. But what happens when something unexpected pops up? Because you know it will. Well, this is where the system really shines. The operator is never left alone to figure it out. They can instantly call up a remote expert who sees exactly what they're seeing through the AR headset. That expert can then literally draw on their screen and visually guide them to a solution. What could have been a disaster becomes a really quick fix. So we know the process is smarter and it's more robust. But what does all of this mean for the bottom line? Let's talk about the real measurable results. The impact here is absolutely massive. We're talking about a potential 40% reduction in machine downtime. That isn't just a little bit of saved time. That could mean thousands of extra units produced. It means machines are back online, making money in a fraction of the time it used to take. And you can just see the difference here, plain as day. Before AR, changeovers are this long, drawn-out process. After implementing AR, that time gets slashed dramatically. This isn't just a small tweak, it's a complete game changer for efficiency. And this boost in efficiency creates this amazing ripple effect across all the important metrics. Your cycle times get shorter. That first-time write rate goes through the roof because errors are practically eliminated. Downtime shrinks. And because the setups are consistently correct, the machines themselves run more reliably, which means more time between failures. It's a win-win-win. This quote just perfectly captures the ultimate goal here. It's about more than just being fast. It's about having this perfectly documented, error-free changeover that lets you start production with total confidence. It's all about getting it right the first time, every single time. So, in the end, this technology isn't about replacing humans. It's about augmenting their skills, empowering them to reach a whole new level of performance. So the real question isn't whether the tech is ready for us, but are we ready for it? Is your workforce ready to be augmented?